This wasn't just a trade reaction. This was a statement, loud, confident, and emotional. When the Indiana Pacers pulled the trigger at the NBA trade deadline, most fans were still processing the move. Analysts were debating picks, timelines, and risk. Then, Caitlin Clark spoke, not as a casual fan, not as a neutral observer, but as someone who clearly felt what this move meant for Indiana. Pacers 2027 World Champions. That single line sent shockwaves through Indiana sports. No hesitation, no qualifiers, just belief. Clark knows pressure. She knows expectations. She knows what championship windows look like. And when she saw this trade, she didn't see a gamble. She saw a future. This wasn't hype for clicks. This was emotion. This was conviction. And it instantly raised one big question. What did Caitlin Clark see that made her go all in?
This wasn't a small tweak. This wasn't depth insurance. This was Indiana making a statement. At the trade deadline, the Pacers shocked the league by landing Ivica Zubac from the Clippers, a real center, a grown man big, the kind of player that changes how a team looks the moment he steps on the floor. But here's the part that made it emotional for fans. Indiana paid real pain to get him. Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2 first-round picks, another second-rounder. Those aren't throwaways. Those are names, futures, and what-ifs. For a fan base that's watched rebuilds stall before, this trade felt scary and bold at the same time. It felt like the front office saying, "We're done waiting." And that's why Caitlin Clark's reaction mattered. She didn't flinch, she didn't hesitate, because she understood something deeper. This trade wasn't about today. It wasn't even about next season. It was about belief. Belief that Indiana is ready to stop playing it safe and start playing for banners.
Here's the part that hurts, and every Pacers fan knows it. This season was already lost. Tyrese Haliburton hasn't touched the floor all year. The torn Achilles he suffered in Game 7 of the NBA Finals didn't just end a season, it froze a dream. Indiana went from finals intensity to watching from the sidelines. And that pain matters, because this trade wasn't made in desperation, it was made in acceptance. The Pacers knew 2025-26 wasn't their year, so instead of patching holes, they chose to build the future. They went out and got a center who fits Haliburton's game perfectly. Screens, rebounds, toughness, second chances. Zubac isn't here to save a broken season. He's here to be waiting when Haliburton comes back. That's why Caitlin Clark said 2027, not 2026, not soon. She saw the timeline, recovery, chemistry, momentum. This was Indiana saying, when we return, we're coming back stronger than before. And emotionally, that's powerful.
This is where emotion meets reality. For years, Indiana's weakness has been obvious. Too small, too soft in the paint, not enough muscle when games slow down and possessions start to hurt. Ivica Zubac changes that immediately. He's 7 feet, 240 pounds, and he knows exactly who he is. He rebounds, he finishes, he sets brutal screens. He does the work that doesn't show up in highlight reels, but wins playoff games. This season alone, he's been one of the most efficient big men in the league. Double-digit rebounds, elite finishing, physical presence every night. Is he flashy? No. Is he perfect? No. But he's necessary. Indiana gave up talent and picks because they finally chose fit over patience. And that's what made Caitlin Clark's reaction feel so real. She saw a team stop hedging, stop waiting, stop hoping. She saw a team committing. When Tyrese Haliburton comes back healthy, Indiana won't be easing into contention. They'll already have the structure, the toughness, the balance. That's why this didn't feel like a trade. It felt like a turning point. And sometimes, the people who know winning best recognize it first.